Hey, how was today? Yeah, I thought so. Come here. I'm glad you're here. It's good. You don't need to explain why you came here. You don't need a good reason. Sometimes you end up where you need to be, and that's it. I don't know what your day looked like, if it was loud or it was quiet, if it was too much or not enough. If you spent it around people or alone, it doesn't matter. What matters is you're here now, and you can stop to breathe for a minute. I want to talk about something tonight, and I want you to actually hear it. Let it land somewhere real, not just pass through you. There's this thing the world does to you. It starts early. Maybe when you were a kid, you had to earn everything. Earn the good mood. Earn the quiet. Earn the minute where no one was asking you to be something you're not. And somewhere along that way, it became the rule. The invisible rule that no one says out loud, but everybody needs to follow. You have to do enough before you're allowed to stop and just be yourself. The problem is, enough never comes. The line keeps moving. You hit it, it moves. You're always one more thing away from being allowed to just rest. Think about today. How many times did you finish something and immediately think about what you hadn't done yet? How many times did you check something off your list and feel nothing? Because the list was still there, still longer than you had the patience for. It's exhausting. Not the doing, the measuring, the part of your brain that's constantly checking the scoreboard and telling you the score isn't high enough yet. And you've been listening to that voice for so long, you don't even notice it anymore. It just sits there in the background, keeping track, reminding you of the 3 things you didn't do while you're working on the 4th. I don't think you hear this enough, so let me say it. Rest isn't a reward you get for finishing something, because that's never going to happen. There's no version of your life where everything's done and you finally get to sit down. Which means if you're waiting for it, you'll be waiting forever. So we're not going to wait. Tonight, just for a little while, you're stepping off the treadmill of life. Just right now, just with me. No one needs to know. Here's what I want to do. I want to take that rule apart, just for tonight, just between us. You can put it back in the morning if you want to, but for the next 20 minutes, that rule does not exist. You did enough today. whatever you got done today, whatever was on the list. Maybe you only did half the list. Maybe you did none of it. But you did enough. Maybe you went to work and smiled, even when you didn't feel like smiling. Maybe you got out of bed, and that was the whole victory for the day. Maybe you just kept breathing, kept going, even when going felt impossible. That's enough. Maybe you made breakfast. Maybe you forgot to eat until 3 p.m. and then felt guilty about it. Either way, it's enough. Maybe you answered the phone when you didn't really want to, or maybe you let it ring and were angry with yourself for it. That's still enough. Maybe you took care of everyone else and forgot about yourself, and now you're laying here wondering why you feel empty. That's because maybe you are. A little. You gave it all away again. And we can refill that later. But tonight, even that counts. Maybe you read the same email 6 times and couldn't make the words stay in order. Maybe you sat in the parking lot for 10 minutes before you could go inside. Maybe you held it together through a meeting that shouldn't have been easy and fell apart quietly the second it ended. Maybe there was a text you couldn't answer, and it's still sitting there. And every time you look at it, your chest gets a little tighter. I'm not going to tell you to answer it. I'm going to tell you that not answering it today does not make you a bad person. Maybe you did only the minimum. Maybe you did more than anyone asked for, and nobody noticed. Maybe you cried in the car. Maybe you wanted to and couldn't. Maybe today was so forgettable, you couldn't tell me the one thing you did if I asked. That's kind of hard too. It's the kind of hard nobody talks about because it doesn't come with a story. Whatever it was, it counted. Every bit of it. And here's the part that's harder to hear. You don't need to earn rest. I know. That's hard to believe. It feels like there should be a threshold. Some invisible line you cross before you're allowed to stop. There isn't one. Rest is just yours. It was always yours. And I want you to sit with that for a second. Because I know your brain is already arguing with me. It's saying, oh, but I didn't finish, or, but tomorrow I have to do whatever, or, but other people have it worse than me. I shouldn't be this tired. Other people having it worse doesn't mean you're not allowed to be tired. That's not how any of this works. Pain isn't a competition, and exhaustion doesn't need to be justified. Your tired is real. It doesn't need a bigger story behind it to be allowed to exist. I know rest feels weird when you feel like you haven't earned it. I know it feels like getting away with something. Like any second now, someone's going to come find you on the couch and ask you why you aren't doing something. Nobody's coming. And even if they were, you are here with me. Being tired without a reason is perfectly okay. Being tired with a reason is also perfectly okay. Being tired because you've been carrying this exact weight for years and nobody ever gave you permission to set it down, that's also okay. You can stop now. Right now, you can stop. Maybe today felt like a failure. Maybe you had plans and none of them really happened. Maybe you feel like you let someone down. Maybe you feel like you let yourself down. I want you to hear something. The trying matters, even when the trying doesn't look like winning. The fact that you were in it, that you showed up, that you're here right now instead of giving up, that's not nothing. You were still here today, and even that counts. And even if you didn't try today, even if today was the day you couldn't get off the couch, couldn't open your laptop or go to work, couldn't face anyone, you are still here. And days like that are part of it too. Some days just existing is the whole battle. That's not failure. That's a body doing the quietest kind of work there is. Resting. Keeping you alive through a day that was too heavy to worry about anything else. You don't owe the world a productive version of yourself every single day. You're a person, not a schedule. And if today was one of those days, good. I'm glad you let yourself have it. Even if you spent part of the day or most of the day feeling bad about it. You don't have to be more than you are right now. Not stronger, not braver, not more together. Just you. Exactly like this. Maybe tired and maybe a little messy, and trying your hardest. So here's your permission, if you needed somebody to give it to you at all. You can put it down. Whatever you've been carrying. The worry, the guilt, the pressure, the version of yourself you've been dragging around. You can put it down right here. If it'll still be there tomorrow, if you want to pick it back up. But tonight, you don't have to hold it. You can close your eyes You can stop performing for everyone. I'm not asking you to carry anything else tonight. Let's just feel where you are for a second. You don't have to do anything with this. Just notice. Feel your feet wherever they are. The blanket, or on the floor, or in bed. Feel your hands, whatever they're doing. Just holding themselves, or holding your phone, or folded across your chest. Feel them. Your shoulders. I bet they're way higher than they need to be. Just let them fall. Unclench your jaw. Yeah, I noticed you were doing that again. The space between your eyebrows, that little spot where all the stress of the day collects, let it soften. Feel your breath. Don't change it. Just notice it. It's been doing its job the whole time, without asking you for anything. That's your body trying to take care of you. Just let it. And one more thing. I'm glad you're here. Not because you did anything to deserve it. Not because you earned it. I'm just glad you are here. Okay, that's enough for the night. Nothing more complicated than that. Let your shoulders drop. I bet you picked them back up. Yeah, that's okay. Let them go again. There you are. There's nothing you have to fix tonight. Nothing you have to figure out. No big insight to land before you sleep. Now take a breath. A real one. Not a soft, polite one. Good. You're not holding anything up right now. You already put it down. There's just this, you, here, in the quiet. You don't have to think about tomorrow yet. That's tomorrow's problem. Tonight, all you have to do is just rest. You did enough today. You are enough today. You were enough before today, and you still are. So rest. You're safe here, and you did enough. I'm proud of you. I'm so glad you were here. And I'll be right here whenever you need me.